Yeah, I was basically I said to a doctor that I explained the dials really well, I think. So dials are basically dimmer switches for any emotions or yeah, any kind of emotions or type of characteristics. So if I'm happy, like there's a dial for that, and then basically it. The dials are like the old-fashioned ones where there's you're turning it. When you first turn it, there's a click, and then that turns it on. And then while it's on, it doesn't mean that any of the symptoms or characteristics of something going on is on. I won't just show any signs. Basically, I'll be like, the concept of happy has been introduced to my brain. So it's and then basically the dial goes like that, and then to basically laughing, hysterical, or whatever. So basically the same thing for sadness, aggression, and then basically I went into basically detail with regards to because I think the main concern that the doctors have is that everybody's safe. So the next thing I started talking about was basically violent, destructive behavior, right? And I explained to her, I was like, I'm not violent or destructive with regards to, for the wrong reasons. And I was like, one, I don't control my dials, right? And they're not mine. They're not in my control. And then the other thing is, I explained that they have, the dials have breakers, so they're still connected to breakers. So basically if my dials end up drawing too much energy, so basically the way dials work is they turn up, right, and then the brightness increases, right? So breakers basically prevent the light source that the dimmer is connected to from just drawing too much power. So what ends up happening is a breaker goes off if all of a sudden the light bulb is drawing too much power. So as soon as it it'll go it'll increase, and then if this is how much it increases, if it goes anything further than this, it shuts off, and then it stops. So that's the job of breakers. And then you have to go back to the panel and you can see what trips, right? Because sometimes there's more than one dial in or connected. There's more than one light connected to a circuit. So basically if I have angry and I don't know, maybe angry and sad, those two would be good ones that are connected, right? Or good to have those would be good to have on the same breaker. So if anger and sad shut off, then I'd say that's not necessarily a bad thing. So yeah, let's say if your sadness is drawing too much power, then you get tripped. So you're not so you're not acting basically or doing anything with related. If you get sad, it can't morph into anger, right? If you're angry, it can't morph into sadness. So yeah, there's the dials with the light bulbs that are connected to emotions are basically like that, and then yeah. So I think it's something like that. But the thing I described though is I wouldn't get violent if blah blah blah, and then I should have just explained